stud.
You got a 1? Yeah.
I'm a 1-2. 1-2.
Yeah, okay.
Mine's
Mac, you got one on the side, right?
It's a half, fades into a 1.
I didn't know they had the faux hawk setting.
You don't like the faux hawk?
I actually love it. On you. I look ridiculous.
I've never seen your hair longer than like,
dude, I used to rock the
an
bowl
inch.
cut. Like a soup bowl.
Stud. All of us.
Chicks dig it.
That's why they come here for our tips. All one of them.
Welcome to Just the Tip, a fantasy football podcast with your tippers, Matt, Disfatt-Bidge.
These are just our tips, so take them easy, take them hard. It's up to you.
Ryan, the Tagless Haynes.
Most bizarre Haynes brief that there's ever been.
And Matt, I.R. Regan.
Yeah, I hear you. And I definitely would take the shot on it because you'd be dumb not to.
Coming to you from the heart of New England. Get ready to take some tips.
And welcome in, takers, to Just a Tip.
Huh, is that what this is?
Just a Tip, a fantasy football podcast where we give you just our tips on everything fantasy football and hairstyles. Not Harry Styles. Fuck that guy. Hair Styles. Oh, God, he's so annoying. We are recording on September 22nd, 2022. Guys, summer is over. Week 2 is officially over. Week 3 is beginning right now with the Browns and Steelers playing.
What a game.
Got a couple guys going tonight, so we'll see. Hopefully y'all are 2-0 this week, heading into 3. Like somebody else, Regan.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Oh
cut him off the show.
Oh,
That's it.
No.
Final episodes, season series finale.
Send me to the waiver wire.
Yeah.
Regan, how you doing, man? You got some good news from this past weekend, hopefully?
This weekend, honestly, I am literally one or the other in several of my leagues. I am 2-0 and probably 50%.
You're in what now?
Oh,
anyways.
Get it right. Yeah, but you destroyed me. I could not.
I
could not get it going.
That was a close one, my friend.
Dalvin Cook just struggled, man.
We scored the 1 and 2 high points. Of course, we had to play each other.
I know. That's how it happens. Ryan, fresh off of your trip to Texas, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'll tell you what. I was in Austin for the weekend. Had a great time, no accent. And I'll tell you, Texas had a tight matchup for a while against University of Texas San Antonio. So there were a lot of Longhorn fans who were sweating. And then of course, Bijan Robinson did his thing and scored 3 touchdowns, and then that was the end of it. But it was good to see him sweat for a little while. I liked it.
I bet you did. But that's awesome, man. We'll get into our week 3 starts and sits, our flex discussion. We got college prep, Ryan's dynasty tips, guys that keep on their radar for college. And then we'll go through the game matchups and start sick questions from you takers out there. If you ever want to hit us up, Just a Tip FFP, you can let us know if you are struggling with either a trade, which I just did one. Got
Seconds
Kyle
ago.
Pitts. Yeah, seconds ago. I have been targeting Kyle Pitts. I made it. I traded Pat Freiermuth and Marquise Brown for Kyle Pitts and can't remember. Backup wide receiver. Didn't matter. I wanted Kyle Pitts.
Ballsy.
I have Gabe Davis and like Tyreek Hill. I'm set at wide receiver. I'm good. So this is the time, guys. People that are underperforming and they have a sweet matchup this week. Check it out. If you got a guy that you want to go after, go do it. Even if you have to spend a little. Don't be afraid. Trades are fun, part of fantasy. But yeah, If you got any questions, let us know. And if you're watching us just a tip, a fantasy football podcast, like and subscribe. It'd much appreciated. And download our episodes and rate and review and share our tips with your friends and family. All right, guys. But speaking of people that we've been putting in our lineups, not putting in our lineups, like what's going on? These guys, they're teasing us here. So, who wants to go first? Who do we got that somebody's been teasing us? You've either been on your bench or you're starting them, and the potential's there, but it's just not happening.
I'll start it off. This is a real easy one that I just kind of want to throw out there. That I'm teasing because I see the potential, but I don't want to put him in yet because he hasn't had that game yet, and it's Treylon Burks from Tennessee. First week, 5 targets. Second week, 6 targets. He had 4 catches last week for 47 yards. Averaged about a little over 8 PPR points the past 2 weeks. Nothing crazy at all. Don't worry. I'm not putting him in my lineup. But I am worried about missing his blow-up game where they finally just start throwing him the ball because the guy showed all the talent he has. He's making great plays. He's looking good. Just not getting as much targets in the red zone. That's probably because Tennessee's been kind of sucking of late. So I'm worried. I want to ask you guys too. Do you guys think there's going to be a game like that I'm worried about missing out on? And would it be soon, or am I still letting him just chill in there? Definitely not dropping him.
No, you're not dropping him. You can't start him now, but it is such a tease because he was targeted and made some catches, but then they were called back on holding penalties as well. So if those holding penalties weren't happening, he was targeted like 10 plus times in that game. So, but then they waved the white flag in the third quarter. So, yeah. But it took 4 weeks for Justin Jefferson to finally come on.
It's a good point, Mac.
It is.
I think you can.
And he pulls out, and it's just hard. It's been a while since he's seen a hole that big.
The opening will happen, but I don't think it's right now. But Ryan, you love Treylon Burks. You're not starting.
I love him.
Though.
He's got a tough schedule coming up. He's got the Raiders this week, Colts, Commanders, Colts. Those are some pretty good defenses there. I'm looking at the night before or the day before Halloween, October 30th at Houston. That might be a good time where you can throw Treylon Burks. Even if he hasn't shown you that boom game, you can try to predict. You can kind of see the writing on the wall. Take the next couple of weeks to see his trend, and then throw him in against Houston if you can.
I like it. I'm excited.
And that's when bye weeks start happening. So you're going to have to take those shots on those unproven, but have the potential teasing players. So I'll stick with the same team. Derrick Henry, guys, drafted him in the first round. 2 games, he has 107 yards, and 1 touchdown off of 34 carries. Guys, that's like below his average of a usual just 1 game, not 2 weeks. So we can't bench him, but you got to start him. But what is going on? Is it just bad offensive line? Buffalo's defense was just too good. But
yeah, I think they just started off slow week 1, and then Buffalo, they had the Giants week 1, which is like nothing. I think just week 1 they were starting off slow. And then you got Buffalo week 2. That's a rough defense to go up against. The question is, at this point in time, you see this, are you trading for him? You trying to get him? I think that's what I'd be doing right now.
I am not. I am going for Dalvin Cook instead. Kind of similar production value, but that's my guy that I'm targeting. I don't mind it, though.
That's an easy trade I think you can make, a Derrick Henry for Dalvin Cook in pieces on either side. I think that's a very possible trade because he hasn't been doing as well as you would want as well.
No, I want Dalvin Cook, though. You're not.
No, I'm saying trade Derrick Henry. Oh, what? Pull what out?
No, what if I did like a Leonard Fournette with, I don't know, let's say Garett Wilson, who just went off for the Jets.
It's a great
for
time
Derrick
to trade him.
Henry. Be like, hey, you need a receiver and an actual running back that's producing.
I like that trade.
Tempting. I think I would do that.
It's good on either side, honestly.
What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, I like that trade. I like that scenario. I think that's certainly one that could definitely go through. I think it all depends on what that Henry team has for depth.
Mm-hmm.
But certainly, if a team's looking for depth, make a trade like that. Give them a 2-for-1, and get the guy who's going to be the next level, the next tier.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Speaking of next level, you did a rookie preview, or we did a division preview, excuse me, and you talked about this rookie, Jahan Dotson here.
Yeah, Jahan Dotson, man. I'll tell you what, stop teasing me, dude. Like, I mean, how many people have actually started Jahan Dotson over the last 2 weeks? He's got 3 touchdowns in 2 games, over 35 fantasy points. There were rumors in the offseason that he might be this team's number 1 come the season. Could be coming to fruition, although Terry McLaurin did out-target him this last game, 8-5. So I still think Terry's the main guy there. But the problem I have with Jahan right now, and this is where I think like the teasing piece comes into play, right? People are going to start starting him, and he's only averaging 5 targets per game. He has these he had 3 catches the first game, and 2 touchdowns. He had 4 catches this last game, 1 touchdown. He's very touchdown dependent at the moment. I don't love that. I think if you start playing him, there's more of a chance that he's going to get somewhere in the realm of 7 to 9 points than 17 to 20 points. I'd rather have a guy who's going to be targeted a lot more than 5 times. So, dude, stop teasing me, though. Too many touchdowns, too much action, too many points.
Well, thank you very much, guys. That was good. I like being teased a little bit, but it needs to pay off sooner rather than later. If we go 0-3, just like real NFL teams, it's going to be tough making the playoffs. So uphill battle the whole way. So with that, let us get into a little bit of news here in Haynes' brief.
Sweet sassy molassy.
All right. So the biggest piece of news for this week, Mike Evans suspended 1 game, got a little brouhaha. Who was the defensive player he ended up, tossing some hooks with?
Pretty sure it's Marshawn Lattimore. Didn't he go up and hit him?
Marshawn Lattimore, that's who it was. So,
but
yeah, Mike Evans
on Brady. Brady needs a fighter.
Did you guys see that?
Oh yeah, I watched it.
Mike Evans goes up to Tom and just goes, "What do you want me to do?"
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a big mistake. Whatever decision they made there, not good.
I don't
Go
think
ahead,
so.
Mac.
I think they wanted Lattimore out. It's an even trade. It's like playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers. You take away their knight. You sacrifice.
Different analogy.
You sacrifice. Yeah, I'm just gonna use it, man. We're a Boston kid. I'm gonna use that analogy every time. They take out their best defender, and you sacrifice your best wide receiver. Okay, even trade. Brady will make it happen like he did with somebody else. So I like the move, except not for my fantasy team, because now I don't have him this week, and I literally have to start Perriman instead of Mike Evans. So I feel your pain.
And now they got to play Green Bay with Russell Gage leading the way. So we'll see how that goes.
And Cole Beasley. They signed Cole Beasley, man. Don't forget.
He did not look good in practice.
He's probably wasn't working out. Wasn't ready.
He probably has COVID.
Too soon.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. So, as always, or as I have been doing this last couple of weeks, college prep, some college players to watch over the weekend. Go ahead, Mac.
Wait.
Yeah.
And I love college.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
No, that's fantastic. Thanks, guys. So 3 players to watch for this weekend. The first is Braylon Allen, Wisconsin running back. So they have a huge matchup against Ohio State. He's really going to be tested this week. He's one of the top running backs in the 24 class. This year has 332 yards and 5 touchdowns in 3 games. And this guy, guys, is 6'2", 235 pounds. So he definitely has an NFL physique, that's for sure. So somebody definitely to keep an eye on. The next guy, He's got a physique, that's for sure, but he's damn talented. KJ Jefferson, he's on the heftier side for a quarterback from Arkansas. 6 touchdowns so far this season. He's faced some pretty good competition too. He hasn't just faced, cream puffs. He's taken on South Carolina and Cincy. He had good games in both of those matchups. Listed at 6'3", 242. But this guy can also run a bit. 169 rushing yards in 3 games with 3 rushing touchdowns. He's going to be in that 24 class. Don't be surprised if he is a big name that starts sneaking up that board in 24. He kind of reminds me of Jamarcus Russell. I just don't hope he doesn't have the same outcome. The last guy I want to touch on, CJ Stroud, big name, 11 touchdowns, no interceptions in the first 3 games, quarterback from Ohio State. He looks damn good. Him and Bryce Young from Alabama are the consensus top 2 quarterbacks in the 23 class. And so far, CJ Stroud has looked the part, and Bryce Young has not consistently looked the part. So you might see Stroud kind of jump Young for that number 1 spot in super flex formats. But he's got a big matchup against Wisconsin as well, rivalry there. And we'll see what happens in that game. And that is college prep.
Nice. Take a shot. Keg stand. All right.
Thirsty Thursday, baby.
Mm-hmm. And I am thirsty. Regan, we got more news here though, and you better take a big sip because you're gonna be speaking a lot here.
Oh crap. I love how long that drop is because I can literally just take like 12 sips right there. No. Anyways, we're
Just
jumping into the Hurt
little
Locker. Yeah, the Hurt Locker's not looking too good this week. It's been dinged up quite a bit. It's week 2. This is very much expected. I'm going to read the ones that I think are somewhat important. There's obviously some other ones. I'm going to get into the good news. Not always mean the players playing, but they could be trending up or something as positive at all. Always looking on the bright side. Anyways, George Kittle, limited with a groin, so he is practicing. He is looking like he's back to normal. Some of the coaches and everything were saying that he's looking pretty good. I don't know if they're going to throw him in this week, something to keep an eye on, but there's definitely a possibility. Lamar Jackson, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but he has an elbow injury. He was wearing a sleeve this week during practice. He was upgraded to full today and practiced in full, and he is golden. J.K. Dobbins, also Baltimore, practiced full with the knee today. Great news. Still one of those ones that I would wait on. They are playing New England this week. I wouldn't want to play him versus New England. They might not even throw him in there. Zach Wilson, practice limited. I honestly wanted to put this in bad news because it's just as bad for the Jets.
It is bad news. Keep him out. Don't let him play.
So I had to throw him in there because it was positive for him. Anyways, Keenan Allen practiced limited as well. He was going to play last Thursday most likely, but last week if it wasn't a Thursday game. I see him playing this week. Michael Gallup practiced in full for the first time since his ACL injury. Awesome news for him. Happy for him. The team needs him. They also need a quarterback. Hayden Hurst practiced in full after a groin injury. I don't think anybody really cared about that, but just in case you shooting low on tight ends, he is going to play. Michael Pittman practiced limited for the second day with a quad injury. He's looking pretty good. Definitely keep an eye out on this one. I know this was one that popped up late last week that everyone was scrambling to find a sub to put in your lineup for him. CMC practice limited yesterday. Feels 100% that he will play this week. I think honestly they're just limiting his reps at practice. I wouldn't be too worried.
Yeah, he did show up on the injury report today, like a couple hours before we started recording, but I'm not too worried about it. I think that's just his life. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, this quote came from him today as well, earlier today,
Mhm.
saying that he was 100% this week. He's golden. Jameis Winston practiced in full today. That's a good sign for the Saints. Gabe Davis, no real news from the team, but he was asked today by reporters what his status was this week, and he said 100%. I am playing this week.
Mhm.
Obviously, he had the ankle injury. Davis Mills, this is only
Big.
for like deeper leagues, but he has a thumb injury on his right hand. He's practicing full. He's going to thug it out. He's got to practice. He's got to play. He doesn't want to lose his job. James Conner practiced today. I believe it was in a limited fashion, though. One I would definitely want to look into before throwing him in my lineup. Alrighty, boys. For the bad news, yes, it gets worse. Trey Lance season-ending injury. He is on IR. We all know this. We all saw this. Sorry, Mac. You took him in a lot of leagues. You poor soul. This is rough. I feel bad for him. Jimmy G season. Also bad. Better for all the players on that team, though. All I have to say.
Including Jimmy G.
Yes. Yeah, he is getting so much money. It's stupid now. It's like an extra $650,000 per game or per start or something. And if he wins, it's more. And
starts, yeah, I think it's like $350,000 if he wins. $250 just to start or have 25% of his snaps. That's all it is. So.
It's wild.
Yeah,
wild. Good for him. So Jimmy G would be on the good news. Justin Herbert limited this week with a rib injury. I just throw this on here. Same injury he had last week. He's going to play. Just keep in mind, though, like if something happens in practice or something like that, be sure to look at him in your lineup right before you for the 1 o'clock games go. Jacoby Myers did not practice again with a knee injury. He definitely got some doctors to look at this again this past week when he's been out. I'm a little nervous about this one season long. He is a good PPR machine. I don't know if you guys have been putting him in there, but I always want to. So keep an eye on that guy. All of Green Bay wide receivers did not practice today, except for Romeo Dobbs. Every single one. Cobb was sick with an illness. Lazard has the ankle injury. Who else is there? It's absurd.
Christian Watson. Yeah,
Christian Watson had a hamstring, I believe. It was just stupid. So they're screwed. Julio Jones did not practice. Chris Godwin did not practice. Both not there. Guys, I'm gonna try and go trade for Chris Godwin right now. If somebody's getting nervous for some reason, go try to get him right now. I already got a couple trades out there. Alvin Kamara practiced limited with ribs. Definitely one that you want to check before the game. Just because he's practicing doesn't mean anything. He's probably not getting hit in practice. He has a broken rib. They are not going to want to lose him for the season if he breaks it fully. Keep an eye on this one. This one's huge going forward. Dalton Schultz did not participate. Is looking earlier in the week they said they were looking better. They were going to kick up his snaps in practice every single week and every single day and see if he got better. And I believe their game is on Monday. There was a good chance, but the fact that he did not participate today leads me to believe that he's probably not going to play. Check out tomorrow, Friday's practice report, and see what's going on there. DeAndre Swift practiced limited with an ankle. I think they're just going to keep him on a pitch count. He still did pretty good this past week. I think you can still keep him in your lineup, but just know that he might get hunted for a couple touchdowns. Sorry about your luck. Hunter Renfrow did not participate with a concussion. That one's a bad one. He hasn't practiced the past 2 days. I don't expect him to play this week. Jerry Jeudy.
What about his hands though? Are they all right?
Always.
Yeah, he's looking like a bench candidate, even if he is healthy.
Yeah, it's been rough. That's a good question, Max. Sorry, I didn't went over my head. Jerry Jeudy, he did not participate at practice necessarily. He was dressed and he was doing some catching drills on the side. It's definitely a positive thing, but a little nervous about him playing this week. And Russ definitely needs the help. Oh, is that it? Yeah, that's it for us today, boys. Hurt Locker is packed. I could barely get it shut. Anyone you guys really want to talk about? I think the main ones that I would reflect on, J.K. Dobbins practice in full. Is he going to play? Do you want to play him? Is Baltimore going to play him? And then the other one's Alvin Kamara. I don't think they're going to have him play this week. It's a little nerve-wracking.
Well, that really sucks if he doesn't play. But yeah, J.K. Dobbins, wait and see. George Kittle, if he's good to go, are we starting him?
He does so much better with Jimmy G.
You've had to have a backup so far because he hasn't played. So hopefully you had Njoku as your backup and you started him tonight because you weren't sure. But yeah, I don't know.
Another guy, if he doesn't play this week, I might be trying to trade for him if the owners get a little pissed off.
Yeah, we'll see.
Just saying.
Yeah, I think that's been George Kittle's trend every single year. And when he comes back, he scores 20 points. He plays 4 games, and then
out again.
And he's out again. So it's just been his MO his whole career.
Mm-hmm.
What a guy.
Well, thanks for that, George Kittle. And thank you, Regan.
Yeah, Hurt Locker door is shut. Let's move on.
Holy shit, there's a lot of news. It's true, the market is becoming saturated.
Ooh, saturated with injuries.
As Regan has mentioned, follow us, Just a Tip, FFP. We'll try to keep you up to date with these injuries and questions and our tips on what you should do. Say George Kittle is a game time decision. If you want a pivot option, we'll give you some pivot options. Give you all the pivot options you can handle. All right, guys, let's get into.
Sorry.
No, it's good. All good. Let's get into the week 3 starts and sits, guys that were debating on sitting, starting, and all that. But let us get our tips together here.
Come, let us gingerly touch our tips.
All right, guys. First off, I want to just some big questions here on guys that we're asking. What do we do with these players? So 75% sure we are benching them. Darnell Mooney and Cole Kmet, guys. The Chicago offense is absolute garbage, absolute ass. They have the lowest amount of passing attempts, the lowest opportunities for all these guys. But Cole Kmet has ran the most routes out of a tight end position. Shut the fuck up. Big old goose egg. Tired of you nerds telling me this stuff. Get out of here. What are you doing? Are we dropping these guys? We holding them? We're not starting them, right? They're on the bench at least, right?
Yeah. I'm holding Darnell.
I'm starting Darnell this week.
Why?
Because you have to?
You know, I kind of have to. I drafted him so high. I mean, he was going by end of August, 5th or 6th round there. So he's pretty valuable draft capital. Eventually, the Bears have to pass more than 11 times in the game. I don't know how a team loses by 17 points and they throw the ball 11 times. That's like what Mac Jones did in the Buffalo game last year when there was 85-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, I mean, same thing, basically.
I think he had more fantasy points than Cole Kmet, though, in that game.
Yeah, probably. True.
Sure. All right, so we're holding them. But Kmet, we can drop him, right?
I'm dropping Kmet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully you picked up
Gonzo,
Njoku, Everett, Logan Thomas, somebody like that caliber. All right, QBs, guys. These Hall of Famers, Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Tom Brady, the 30th QB on the year, and Aaron Rodgers, the 29th currently.
Wow, I haven't seen this.
What do we do? They are facing each other. Do we no receivers for Aaron Rodgers? Benching them. No receivers for Tom Brady, pretty much. I'm benching him.
Definitely benching Rodgers. Brady, if you're in a pinch, I think you can still start him versus Green Bay. But if you can, I'd bench him. Who'd you start over him, though? That's the question. Would you start? Who's Mariota playing?
Mariota is playing Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. I am starting Jared Goff over Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep. Yeah, I would do that.
Derek Carr over Tom Brady.
I would do Derek
over Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Jameis Winston?
Jameis Winston's probably the line. I'd rather take my shot with Brady.
Mm-hmm.
What about Trevor Lawrence here? Currently the 14th QB on the year.
Not versus the Chargers.
Jacksonville versus Chargers. Yeah. I don't know. All right. Daniel Jones. This is the
found
line.
the line.
That's definitely the line.
He's going to trip over the line.
Mm-hmm. All right.
In my unaired bold prediction episode, Trevor Lawrence as a top 12 quarterback was one of my predictions.
Nice. I like it.
Wow.
I like it. You know what we should do? We should just do like Easter eggs of your bold predictions, your 5, just in these episodes, like smack dab in the middle.
There you go. That was one. Elijah Mitchell,
right.
top 15 running back. That one's not panning out so hot.
That one didn't. We'll edit that one out.
He was averaging like 7 yards a carry.
He did. He looked
For one
good.
game.
He was fine. He looked good. Sticking with quarterbacks here, Russell Wilson. What are we doing? We benching him. He has been lackluster. Most passing attempts inside the 10-yard line. Red zone targets or end zone targets, excuse me, but not coming up with anything. So it's bound to break, right? But is it going to happen this week for Denver as they face San Francisco on Sunday night in Denver?
I think you got to. I think you got to ride with him. I think if you picked him, you probably got to ride with him.
Let Russ.
What does he say?
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Or this.
Mr. Unlimited.
You are very limited, it seems like. Just immobile, too. I'm nervous, guys. I took him in a couple leagues, so still holding on to him. But I am starting. I'm benching him. I am going all in on Jared Goff this week, guys, against the Cousins.
Minnesota, huh?
Minnesota Vikings, yep. I like that matchup better. I got to see it from Russ. I'm tired of losing because of him. All right, let's move on. Ezekiel Elliott, guys, negative 7 receiving yards in 2 games. Running back 48. Ryan, you predicted him to be in your top 12, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, I also predicted 8 or 9 targets last week, which also did not come to fruition. Tony Pollard was the recipient of those targets.
He got him.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you starting to buy into what you've been saying, Mac. I think Zeke might be a bench candidate. I can't do it. I got him in a 10-team league. He's in my lineup. It's either him or Tony Pollard.
Oh, Tony Pollard.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going with that.
From what we've seen, it's been just the better play.
Sometimes I just want to ride or die with some of these guys.
I still got Zeke in my lineup.
I understand that. It's still early, so it's okay. It's not too bad.
Don't do something stupid with these players, please. Please.
Well, I mean, that's not stupid benching Zeke, but if you're benching,
no, I meant like
Derrick
trade him
Henry
for peanuts.
Oh, or that,
right?
Too. I mean, peanuts are pretty good though, but
salted.
Yeah,
Zeke looks good. Like running the ball, he looks good. He looks faster than last year. He's in the hole strong. He had like an 8-yard loss last week because the line got totally obliterated. So that kind of tanked his yards per carry. But outside of that outlier, he was averaging 4.5 yards a carry. He looks good running the football.
I had to look this up. I had to vet it, but I'm pretty sure they're like one of the last couple teams where they're able to get the ball before they make contact. They're like the least amount of yards. That makes sense. Before contact. Yeah. And Detroit Lions are first with like 3.5 yards before contact. It's outrageous.
Oh, that's so bad.
Oh, how the turntables. Okay, so let's see. Nyheim Hines. Lots of calls to start him last week, and he absolutely sucked. But they're facing Kansas City. We throwed him over Zeke?
Nope.
No, I wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do that either. But
did
what
you
about
say how the turns tables?
Yes.
How the tables
you
turn?
A DJ?
God damn it, guys. It's The Office.
Oh, come on, man.
Do you think our listeners know that?
Random references.
Our listeners, I guarantee Omar Kulsha cultured than you guys. They know the Office
Probably.
reference.
That's an easy given.
Carry
Damian
on.
Pierce here, guys. The sleeper,
Ugh.
the preseason wonder. 69 yards last week off of 15 carries and 1 reception for 8 yards.
Nice.
We starting him over Zeke. That's like the line, guys.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah,
no,
you would do that.
I think I am. Yep. He's got a good matchup
For
this week.
Chicago. Oh, it's so hard. Honestly, I'd rather take the shot on Damian Pierce. You didn't get it out.
No, I did not.
I'd rather take. We've saw what Zeke has been getting. He's got a backup QB. Oh, man. No, I'm playing Zeke. This is stupid.
Okay.
No,
right.
I think the smart move is Damian Pierce with the matchup.
I think so. I think
they're
so
gonna. I think they're finally gonna get some red zone opportunities. They faced 2 pretty good defenses with Indy and Denver. He's gonna have a shot for a big game.
They corrected their mistake from the first game, not giving Damian Pierce enough opportunity, even when they had the big lead. They gave it all to Rex Burkhead, and then the next week they gave Rex Burkhead nothing. Like they're like, all right, Damian Pierce, we got to give him the ball. So I'm trusting the volume play. If they gave Zeke the ball 15 times, okay, I'd start him. But we'll see.
You talked me into it. I like it.
Right.
I think they did give him the ball 15 times, but
last week they did. The week before they only gave him 10 carries.
10. Yeah.
And he was averaging 5 yards a carry. So yeah.
They stopped.
Yes, they did. Yep, you're right. Sorry, 15. My bad. Too many numbers going on in my head.
We all make mistakes, but that's not the point. The point is Pierce has the better matchup. Pierce is probably going to have some more red zone opportunities. That's why I'm going with Pierce.
All right.
I like it.
Too long on this one. Let's go wide receivers here. Tyler Lockett finally having a big game. 9 receptions, 107 yards. Are we starting him with confidence in our wide receiver 3 or flex?
Hell
spot?
no. You can never
confidence.
start Tyler Lockett with confidence. That's never been the case, even with Russ. You're going to start him. You're just not going to start him with confidence.
Okay. You got to start him over Darnell Mooney.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That was an easy one.
No, that one was too easy. Okay. Any of the rookie quarterbacks, rookie wide receivers that we were going to discuss. Drake London,
no.
Jahan Dotson. You're not starting them.
Would you start him over Olave?
Yes.
No.
I don't think I would.
That's
Carolina's
tough.
got a pretty good secondary.
They do.
They've been playing pretty well so far.
And they're gonna have to be on Mike Thomas, though. That's why I'm like,
or Landry.
Yeah, but that's been the case the first couple of games. Olave hasn't even cracked 10 points. I'm playing him over Olave. I'm playing him over Treylon Burks. I'm playing him over Dotson probably, but I'm not playing him over Drake London, not by any stretch of the imagination. And I'm not playing him over Garett Wilson. He did enough last week to show me that he can do it, and I'm going to play him this week just to see.
Agreed.
All right. You guys got, I've been talking a lot. You want me to keep going through this list? Hunter Renfrow, we already decided. Not going to start him anyway.
No, probably won't play.
Yeah. All right.
He's questionable with a case of the fumbles
in his head.
He's like,
got
fumble Rooski.
He got an early start on trick-or-treating there. Grabbed Butterfingers there.
Ooh, there you go.
Dude, those are delicious.
They're
worst for your teeth, though.
Oh, that gets stuck in it.
Oh, worst.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about players that we want in our lineup. So I kind of jumped the gun. The rookie wide receivers here. Drake London in our lineups. Are we starting him?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. He is currently the wide receiver, 19 targets, 13 receptions, 160 yards, guys. Get him in your lineup. Treylon Burks, we talked about him at the top. Wait and see still. Let him marinate a bit more.
Yeah, if you have to. Yeah. If you have to play him, like if you had him and Hunter Renfrow, I'm okay with playing him. But yes, yeah. I would wait.
I don't think these guys are like you have to play. I think these are just ones that we're trying to. All right, should we?
I think London, he's definitely a solid flex. I think these other 3 that you're going to get to, I think are all just If you have to, throw them in there. Don't feel bad about it. Look for the upside. And if not, feel free just to bench them and wait it out.
All right. Yeah. Jahan Dotson. I want him in my lineup. I'm not letting him score the points on my bench anymore. Red zone target for Carson Wentz. Against the Eagles this week, they have to score points. So I'm putting Dotson in my lineup.
Hey, go for gold, buddy.
All right. Garett Wilson. Big 30-point game. Side note, Nick Chubb, he should have just ran it in, right? Go up by 2 touchdowns with less than 2 minutes left. It's the defense's job, right? To stop him.
Yeah. What happened?
Oh, that's right. You were in a drinking binger. Yeah, less than 2 minutes left. Chubb runs it in instead of taking a knee at the 1 to bleed out the clock. And the Jets came back to win 31-30.
I did see the Jets come back to win. Yes. I did not
Garett
know
Wilson
that was the
scored.
context. Now I feel kind of silly, but good for fantasy owners.
It was great for me, man. It
Third
was
touchdown.
great for me. Yeah. No, defense, stop the Jets and the passing attempts leader, Joe Flacco. Give me a break.
So pathetic.
Joe Flacco over Tom Brady?
Ooh.
Wow. I will never do that just for my own conscience.
No, I wouldn't have enough balls to do that,
Nope.
but it could happen.
Against the Bengals. The Bengals, their defense is all right. I don't trust it. Just the volume play. Nah, I think you got to go Brady. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll talk about him. Garett Wilson. I bid it a lot on him, guys. I think I'm starting him. They've been saying that they need to get him
swiped him.
involved.
You
How much-
swiped him from me. I
He
bid
didn't say no swiping.
$25
Yeah,
for him. You
kick door.
swiped him.
Yeah, I did 32, I think, 33, something like that. I wanted to make sure I got him.
That's really funny because I put 15. I smoked me on him. I was like, it's a Jet player. I cannot put that much.
Yeah,
lines
he's a
up.
stud though. Top 10 pick. You gotta get him. They gotta use him. All right. All right. I guess we'll stay with the Jets here. Who knew that they would have some fantasy value this early in the season? Breece Hall, guys, he finally got his touchdown against the Bengals
This week.
I'm still waiting.
Yep.
Pass
Yeah,
catching too, running routes, but
If you can, but if you have like a Zeke, even if you had like a Cordarrelle Patterson, who is going to be inconsistent all season, I might toss in Hall over both of those guys this week.
all right. What about Travis Etienne or Breece Hall?
Ooh,
I gotta go
Travis
Breece. He's been putting up a little bit more.
Mm,
He's getting work. He's either getting the carries or he's getting targets in the passing game. He's getting something.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go Breece as well. Rashad Penny's been really lackluster, guys, but it's against Atlanta. Can I entice you to throw him in your lineup?
Yeah,
I think he scored like 5 points each week.
This is a situation I'm running into right now. It's not a great situation, I might add. Rashad Penny versus Atlanta or Mostert versus Buffalo. It's in one of my dynasty leagues. It's a little shaky.
I gotta
say
go
Penny.
Penny. Yeah, I gotta go Penny. I think Miami's gonna be down. And they're gonna have to pass, kind of like they did with Baltimore last week, where Tua had a career day, guys. I don't know if you heard, 6 touchdowns, 59 yards, something like that.
Yeah, we heard. I don't know how we turned this into a Tua thing, but
how unusual.
Rashad Penny is the answer.
Okay. All right.
Moving on. Here's one I have. All right.
Thank
Pick
you.
Pick two. Devontae Smith versus Washington. Garrett Wilson versus Cincy. Alan Lazard versus Tampa. Gage against Green Bay or Landry against Carolina. Pick 2 of those guys.
Oh God. Garrett
Asking for a
Wilson
friend.
and Gage.
Yeah, I was going to say the same exact thing, Regan. If Gage is healthy, I'm going with him with Mike Evans out.
Just opened up the Hurt Locker door real quick. Devonta Smith had a brace on his arm and his elbow today at practice. Sorry, I didn't write that one down. I remember stuff randomly.
Damn it. My friend is going to be real depressed.
Your poor friend. What's your friend's record in that league?
I don't know. 1-1.
Well, you're fine now. Your friend's
All
fine.
right.
What else? What else we got?
So as a third flex here, J.K. Dobbins against the Pats, or say Jamal Williams versus Minnesota, 23 carries in 2 games, 2 touchdowns.
Easily, Williams. Easily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You gotta wait
All
and
right.
see what Dobbins is doing. I know you love him, man, but you gotta wait.
Yeah, it's what's got that little ankle thing going on too. So Williams could see another 12, 13, 14 carries this week.
Yeah, he's a low end running back too. So if you got to put him in your flex, it's good. Get that red zone work.
I like it.
All right. Anything else?
I had a quick one, and
yes,
I just want you guys to rank this. So if all 4 of these guys are at 100%, rank them this week. We'll just go by that. Or actually, let's just say going forward, who do you feel better playing? Rashad Bateman, Allen Robinson, Jerry Jeudy, or Adam Thielen? Can you rank them? PPR.
Can I rank them? PPR. Adam Thielen's last.
This is tough. Bateman, Robinson, Jeudy.
It's weird to say, but Allen Robinson, I feel like, will be more consistent, especially after his first week. So I think we go
that a little bit. I agree.
Yeah. I think I'll go Jerry Jeudy, Robinson, Bateman, Thielen.
Wow, Jerry Jeudy first, huh?
Yeah. Russell Wilson needs him. He likes him. So if he's out there, I like Jerry Jeudy. I think I picked the wrong guy going too heavy on Sutton and not enough Jeudy.
For the sake of the little segment here, the question, 100%, I'm going Jeudy. I'm probably doing the same order. Jeudy, Robinson, Bateman, Thielen.
Bateman is just not enough volume. He'll have those big plays. He's Marquise Brown. That's what he is in that offense.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's going to be those big home run plays. So when they hit, it's pretty stellar. He's a stud out there. But, yeah, I think Robinson to keep moving the chains in PPR. That's who I'm going with.
All right, we want to get into some start sit here.
Yeah, let's get into our locked starts and sits.
Let's not call them locked. Let's call them unusual.
Right, let's call them
unique.
Unique. I guess we'll go with it. All right, Regan, give me a unique start.
Hey, speak of the devil, Allen Robinson. I am starting this boy, guys. Week 1 absolutely sucked. It was horrible. Week 2, finally got some work. This is the exact same thing that happened to Robert Woods in seasons past. The guy, they know they need to use him. It's not going to be the Cooper Kupp show going forward all the time. It's absolutely impossible for Matthew Stafford to do so. It's impossible for the team to do so. We already saw it with Cam Akers. They had Darrell Henderson in there 100% of the time for the most part, it seemed, that week 1. And now they evened it off a little bit. Cam Akers, they pretty much split it 50-50. Allen Robinson is going to get the work. He came here for a reason. There's no way Allen Robinson was just like, oh, let me just go to this team because they're really good. No, he's looking for work. He wants to produce. He wants to be that guy. Allen Robinson will get his targets. And he almost had 2 touchdowns last week. Of course, one got called back. So it would have been a crazy blowout game last week. So I'm looking for a consistent play going forward, Allen Robinson per week. And I'm excited to have him. And if anyone's nervous about him, go get him.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm muted.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his $46 million kind of got him over there as well.
It does do that.
That'll do it.
It speaks a lot. My start of the week, lock, start, full confidence.
Oh my God.
Tua looking to repeat here. No, not repeat, but he's coming off his record day. Okay, and Regan has walked off the set. Come on, guys. Come on. You guys have 20 years of dominance. Let me live in this for a little bit here. He's not going to throw 6 touchdowns again, but Buffalo's defense has been getting hurt. A lot of them didn't practice. Hyde did not practice today. So that's a big one for them. Their safety there. So I don't think they're going to be able to keep up with the speed. I am worried about their dominant defense and Tua getting pressured because the O-line, still some miscommunication there. But yeah, I'm going with Tua, expecting them to be down, and they're going to have to pass the ball again. I want that. Give me a piece of that. Tua, 4 touchdowns.
You're a spaz.
Oh my God. Hey, he's put up some serious points back-to-back weeks.
Yes.
He's 3's a trend, right? So we'll see what happens.
Passing yard leader, man.
I have a unique star. I'm really glad we changed this from from lock to unique because mine was not a lock by any stretch of the imagination. My guy this week, sneaky start in a 2 to 3 flex league situation. Nico Collins. If you're 0-2 and you want to throw like a high upside chance shot in the dark here, Nico Collins, man, had 9 targets last week for the Texans, has a good matchup against the Bears. We were just talking about that for Dameon Pierce. The Texans drew Indy and Denver over the first 2 weeks, 2 very tough defenses, especially in the secondary. So I talked about this offseason. If Houston can find the red zone, Collins is a gigantic man. He will be targeted in the red zone. He could easily sneak a touchdown or 2. He's a great DFS play this week as well. So in deep flex leagues, Nico Collins, I think, is a good shot in the dark.
Right on. I like it. All right, give me a what?
He's going to goose egg.
No, he's not. Don't.
Now that I said it, he's goose egging.
Don't put that evil out there. Who do you got? Who you sitting on here, Regan, or who you haven't sit?
I ain't sitting on anyone. Take it easy, buddy.
Anyways,
sure.
This is a live or not live, a hot mic of you earlier on the guy you were sitting.
You have to like when there's a guy coming right in your face and he just sits in there and delivers it really well.
Sorry, go ahead.
So my unique or surprise sit is Adam Thielen, surprisingly. I know they have the Lions this week. It's a juicy matchup. I'm getting really nervous about this guy. Mac, this is weird. He doesn't have a touchdown yet. What's going on, man?
I know.
This is weird.
I picked the wrong year to make the bet with you last year.
Yeah, you idiot.
What was it? Double-digit touchdowns. I was like, there's no way he's making double-digit touchdowns. And he did. Touchdown every single week until he got hurt.
Yep.
Yeah. I was actually putting this guy as well. He does not do well against Detroit. In the past, I think 2018, 2017, as far as I went back, he did not score over 10 PPR points against Detroit. But Kirk Cousins, he goes off and he gets 26 points per game. So he's not throwing to Thielen. I'm expecting a big game from Cook. So, yeah, definitely sit Thielen. So I like it. Lock it in.
Yeah, 11 catches in 2 games and 88 yards. It's gross. All right, move on.
Travis Etienne is my sit. We know the potential. I've been a big fan of his for years, ever since high school. No, I'm just kidding. This season, I wanted him in my leagues, but I got to wait and see. I've been starting him. Near misses, drop passes in the end zone in the first week. James Robinson surprising us, but getting all the volume. I gotta wait and see on ETN, guys. I can't start him. I'd much rather start Darrell Henderson, Jeff Wilson. Hopefully you picked him up. And I don't think I'll go as low as Mostert, Ryan, against Buffalo, but I think that's the line for me.
Yeah, I think that's a fair line at this point. You really have to see it from Etienne, and James Robinson is getting a lot of work. When he's getting 20 carries, it's very concerning for anybody who has Travis Etienne. I'm going to lock this one in, though. I'm going to lock this guy. I'm confident in this. Everyone's on the Noah Brown hype. I did pick him up in one league. He's a little bit of fab on him. And I think this is I think it's rightfully so. He's been heavily targeted over the first 2 weeks, clearly has a connection with Cooper Rush. They played on the second team a lot in the offseason. They're familiar with one another. I think that is something they have going for one another. But Michael Gallup is on the mend. He could be back soon. And this week they have the Giants. And I know this is going to sound weird to say bench anybody against the Giants, but they have held Ryan Tannehill and Baker Mayfield under 200 yards. Cooper Rush, I would probably put in that tier of quarterbacks at this point. So if they can kind of lock down those guys, I think there's a good chance they can lock down Cooper Rush in that passing attack. So I'm waiting on Noah Brown, and I'll wait for a better matchup.
What if you have Mike Evans on suspension?
Yeah, if you're deciding between I don't even know, Noah Brown, Nico Collins, Rashad Perriman, then you can throw in Noah Brown.
You can entertain it. Darnell Mooney or Noah Brown.
See, that's where I'm playing Mooney over Noah Brown.
Yeah,
that's the situation that I'm in right now.
Yeah, the number one on the team.
Yes.
As long as they pass it to him. Yeah, I got you. I agree.
Can't be a number one if you just throw 7 passes.
28 pass attempts in 2 games. Do they know it's 2022 and not 1943? I mean, Jesus.
They're 1-1, so who are we to judge? Sure. It's not like they're the Colts.
They just got their asses handed to them, so we'll see.
That's true. All right, guys. Let's get into the matchups here. We'll go through those real quick, but you takers out there listening, much appreciated. Downloading our episodes and sharing our tips with your friends and family. We appreciate it, you takers. If you got any questions, hit us up. Just a tip, FFP. Try to help you out. Hopefully our tips are leading you straight and narrow. Well, not too narrow, girthy, and bulking up your win column. So, guys, 1 o'clock, Kansas City at Indianapolis Colts.
Kansas City.
Yeah, going Kansas City. I think Frank Reich is being exposed as a phony coach. You got Phillip Rivers, who sucked. Carson Wentz, who sucked there. But then now he's lighting it up for the Commanders. And now Matt Ryan is sucking there, guys. I don't know. Is it just Pittman? Is that it? We'll see.
Gotta hope so.
I hope so, too. Baltimore at New England, 44 over under. Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore.
New Orleans at Carolina, 41 over under.
I picked New Orleans, but Carolina's got a good shot in this one.
0-2 at home.
Yeah, they're 0-2. And they are the slowest offense in the league. Freaking pass the ball to McCaffrey.
I know, right?
Just throw it. They're running off tackle with him. What are you doing?
Now, does the no Alvin Kamara, if he doesn't play, does that sway you either way?
Not necessarily. They have a really good O-line. I think if they threw Latavius Murray in there, he'd probably have a decent game.
Yeah.
Mark Ingram, he's fine.
Yep.
They'll be fine.
He looks all right. Yeah, I'm going to go with Carolina. I can't see him going down 0-3. Houston at Chicago. Man, can they win?
That's a tough one.
Can they win with throwing 10 passes against Houston? We'll see.
Oh, man.
I'm going to go Chicago because of Davis Mills' thumb. It's on his throwing hand. It's going to be a little rough. Might throw an extra pick or two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to go Chicago as well.
I also went Chicago.
All right. Buffalo at Miami. Oh, man. Buffalo is favored by 5.5 points, guys. 52.5 over under. Get pieces in this game. Going Miami, guys.
Chick.
No, but Buffalo, but Miami has a good chance of covering the spread. I'll give them that.
Yeah. Hawaiian pizza with buffalo chicken on it. It's very good.
Sounds good.
It looks like rain too, guys. So let's check the weather on that. The day of Detroit at Minnesota. We don't have to worry about weather here. I want to take Detroit.
Good game.
It should be a good game. I want to take Detroit. But
Kirk Cousins ain't going down 2 in a row.
Yeah, think Jefferson's just going to go off against Detroit.
I'm going Minnesota. It's weird that the Detroit Lions have become America's favorite team.
It's
Dude,
power of hard knocks,
I've
man.
loved Detroit forever. I don't know why.
Well, Stafford. You love Stafford and Megatron. You were
yeah.
big fans. Cincinnati at Jets. Remember, Cincinnati lost to the Jets last year.
Not happening again. They're not going 0-3. There's no way.
I'm going to go probably upset here. Jets. I'm going to take them.
Wow.
Cincinnati Bengals, I told you guys, Super Bowl hangover. Their offensive line is
told
abysmal. You didn't tell me that.
We
I
both
told
said
you
it.
that. Oh, okay. I
You
said
both
Joe
did say it.
Burrow's.
You both did say
I
it.
said Joe Burrow's going to suck is what I said.
I said it. I said that first. Damn it.
Oh, I'm going back.
Check the tape.
I wish we had tape. That'd be pretty cool.
I do remember both of you saying that at one point. I do
Mhm.
remember Reegs arguing that Mac had Burrow a little too low. And so
Shit.
that
You don't
I
remember
Yeah.
that.
You said Burrow.
You've been drinking
was-
all weekend. You can't remember any.
I'm still drinking.
you too.
I'm going Bengals.
Burrow, right where I ranked him at number 15. I think I ranked him at 15. And Tua, top 5 QB, Regan. So suck it. Las Vegas at Tennessee.
Me too.
Guys, this is for the playoffs. They're both 0-2. If any team goes 0-3, they have like a 2% chance of making the playoffs.
Yeah, Raiders for me.
Easy.
I'm gonna go Tennessee. Derrick Henry, 3 touchdowns.
You're
Let's
gonna
go,
have
baby.
a real bad week this week.
I had
Yeah,
a
I can't
terrible
wait.
week this past week, so it's
Me
okay.
too.
So bet the opposite of what I'm saying, guys. Philadelphia at Washington. Carson Wentz revenge game. Revenge games do not work out like you think they will. Too much emotion. I'm going Philly, and Jalen Hurts is amazing.
Yeah, I went Philly as well. I went pretty favorite heavy this week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of road favorites. Jacksonville at the Chargers. Chargers favored by 7. Going Chargers.
Yeah, I should have Keenan Allen back. I'm fine with Chargers.
Chargers, but make sure Justin Herbert's playing first.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
call. Watch those ribs.
Who would it be? Chase Daniels. Oh man.
Yeah.
Don't take the needle. Green Bay at Tampa Bay. I gotta go Tampa here, guys.
Yep. The defense.
Mm.
Dude, when have we seen a 42 over under with Green Bay and Tampa Bay?
I don't know what's
Yeah,
happening.
that was
years.
last year, though. Last year, that game was, remember, it was so hyped up, and then it sucked.
I don't remember what I had for lunch today. Los Angeles Rams at Arizona Cardinals. Rams favored by 3.5. I'm going Rams. Yeah.
Yeah, the last
Cardinals
time
do not look
Kyler
good.
Murray played the Rams, he went. It was something stupid. He had like 44 yards, a pick.
Yeah.
It was like 12, 2 for 12. It was something stupid.
Ridiculous. Atlanta at Seattle.
Atlanta. I'm going Atlanta this time.
Yeah, on the road.
Think
Arthur
about that.
Smith, though, he sucks. It's not fantasy football. I'm not going to target my best player. All right. I know that's not the full quote. Not like anybody's listening right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go Seattle. Just be different. San Fran,
Seattle too.
All right. San Fran at Denver. Can we see Russ bounce back?
This is the hardest game.
I went Denver in this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Denver as well.
You go home guy.
Yep.
I think
when in doubt, go home.
I'm glad this is Sunday. I think it should be a great game. We should have a little bit of everything. And then Monday night, we have this stellar game. Dallas at the Giants.
Yay.
Throwback of Zeke and Saquon being the 1-2. Picks. God. Can the Giants go 3-0? Yeah, can they go 3-0?
I'm gonna say yes. Giants.
Giants.
Yeah, I hate to say it too, but yeah, Giants.
How'd you guys feel about the 2 Monday night games, by the way?
Well,
I liked it because they were good games, but they were both one-sided, kind of sucked.
The Tennessee Buffalo game was over at halftime, so it was easy to flip over.
Dude, Stephon Diggs, man.
I think Icebox is going to come out of the locker room for the Giants at halftime and win the game for them in the second half. Little annexation of Puerto Rico.
Rico. The foaming tablets.
Hell yes.
Nice. All right, takers. Hopefully you stuck around this long.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Don't answer that.
We try to have fun with you. But yeah, you guys got anything for the leftovers? Celtics are looking good, huh?
Dude, what is this? Dude, so it just came up. He is definitely suspended for the full year. That's the coach of the Celtics.
Ime Udoka.
Yeah. Ime Udoka, yeah. Might resign. That was the last report I saw.
No.
Yeah.
This is horseshit.
We'll see. We could have Frank Vogel behind the bench next year. Everybody wants him.
Brad Stevens back down from up top. I don't know.
He wants the coach. He's the one that set him up. It all comes back around, guys.
That's it.
Jason
this is my team.
Just throwing biddies in front of you, Udoka.
Biddies. I can't wait. Man. Hearing 98.5 the Sports Hub today, them trying to narrow down who it is the funniest thing in the world.
Oh my god!
Like people call in, and it's so good. It's so good. The concept sucks.
Speaking of the annexation of Puerto Rico, that UTSA Texas game, go back and watch some of the trick plays in the first half. It was like watching the little Giants take on Kevin O'Shea's Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering where that reference was going. All right, you nailed it.
There you go.
I was like, what?
Nailed it just in time. Just like
Nope. Don't say it. Don't.
Quick, Riggs, end the episode. Who's got it?
just like nailing our lineups. Damn it.